Hey there. Guess you weren't quite done with our chat. I was just starting to
Yeah,
think about what you said about where were we? I was
we are
definitely in the
going
zone.
live in three, two, one. Hello, everybody. We are here today for another episode of Music with Miles. So please welcome Miles.
Hey everyone, good to be back. So, what were we saying? Oh yeah, about to dive into the wild world of granular synthesis.
Yeah, you said, my friend, today we are talking about that, about granular synthesis, about the
That's right.
way to. It's a fancy way to make a sound from sketch, I have to say. Are you with me?
Sketching with sound. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like sonic finger painting, but way more precise, you know? You can get some seriously wild textures and layered effects with granular synthesis. It's like having a microscope for your ears.
Absolutely. You know, there are so many ways to synthesize sound. Additive synthesis, subtractive synthesis, and then this one. Which one is the one you prefer?
Ooh, that's like asking me to pick a favorite child. I'm
Yeah,
partial to granular synthesis for its sheer creative potential. We can take the smallest snippet of sound, almost like a grain of sand, and manipulate it in so many ways. It's almost like magic.
yeah. In fact, you start from initial wave. You can record something, a real instrument, the human voice, or some ambience. Or even you can start from a sample of a synthetic sound, and then you take, as Miles said, some granules, some atomic pieces. The length can vary from some milliseconds, 10 milliseconds, up to, I don't know, a tenth of the second. So you have these grains, uh, these little pieces of sound, and you shape them with a particular envelope you choose, uh, some kind of Gaussian bell or something like that, and you can use them and combine them to form brand new timbre and new sounds. You start from something uh, peculiar, like I don't know, the sound of a scratchy door or something like that, uh, with some timbric features, and you end with something completely different. You can make drones from another kind of sound. That's fantastic. How do you feel about it?
It blows my mind, honestly. Taking something ordinary like a door creak and turning it into something ethereal and otherworldly. That's poetry and sound right there.
Yeah,
It's like alchemy for your ears. You take the
yeah, you
mundane and transform it into something extraordinary. It's kind of a beautiful metaphor for life, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. You can set various parameters. You can choose the position in which you can pull out grains from the initial waveform. You can set the length, the pitch,
And the
the
densities.
duration. Now you are
Exactly.
listening. In this moment here, bells are playing. I don't know if you can hear. Think you can take these bells in this very moment they are playing. You can record them, take some piece of audio from them, and make a drone, making something completely different. It's
Ooh, a
incredible.
drone. I'm already
Yeah,
picturing it. Those resonant, echoing bells. morphing into
Yeah,
something almost ethereal, maybe even a pulsating hypnotic bed of sound. I can almost hear it now.
yeah. Listen to these bells. Fantastic.
They're
And
beautiful.
the nice thing is you can, based on the grain length, um, sculpt the nature of the sound you will produce. You can choose grains of short duration to get something more punchy, more with a bigger attack, and or if you otherwise take grains, uh, you take longer grains and you take more, you can end out with drones. So it's so fascinating. It's up to you what kind of sound you are going to craft.
It's like sonic sculpture, really. You're
Yeah,
chiseling away at sound, revealing something new and unexpected with every grain. The control you
yeah,
have over the texture, the
absolutely.
density, it's a sound designer's playground.
Yes, yes. And to be honest, it's a ground to explore because the parameters are so many. You can play grains in reverse. In reverse, you can change periodically the part of the waveform initial framework to take the grains from. And if you have an evolving starting waveform, you can pick from different places and you can get morphing sounds. Or you could easily put them in space with spatial audio and put some grains here, put other grains there, and so you have clouds of grains that are which are evolving uh, constantly, and you get so nice sound effects for scores for film scoring, for example. If you are into horror movies, you can make such dark drones with grains and things like things like that.
Whoa, horror movie sound effects. That's a cool idea.
Yeah,
Imagine taking a tiny snippet of like a screech and stretching it out, layering it with reverse grains. You could create some seriously chilling soundscapes.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And if you play with spatial positioning, imagine you can put some grains in front of you, some others behind you, some others to the left, to the right, and make them move. So you are completely surrounded by this cloud of evolving things. I feel it's a bit creepy also, but so cool indeed.
Yeah, totally. It's like being engulfed by sound, almost a physical sensation. It'd be like stepping into a sonic dreamscape. I could see how people would go for creepy with this technique, though. Mashing that
Yeah.
organic starting material, warping it into something unsettling. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, and also you can freeze time in a certain way because if you continue taking grains from the same position of the initial waveform, it's like you are freezing it. It's so cool. And another cool effect is to reveal slowly the initial waveform. Picture this, my friend. You start with very short grains and with so much density. As the time passes, you reduce the density and you increase the length. So at the end, you come with the initial waveform. It's like to unroll a map and you at last you have the final initial picture.
That's so clever.
Yeah,
Almost like you're revealing a hidden world within the sound itself. You start with this
yeah,
intensely textured sonic fog, and gradually everything clears, finally depicting the source material in all its glory. That's some seriously deep
definitely,
sonic artistry right there. It links to something primal, something about unraveling layers to reveal what's beneath, like an onion of sound.
definitely. Okay, so you know that there are many ways to do granular synthesis in practice. You have either uh, physical or software plugins, physical devices, and software plugins. They are so cool because you can map them into MIDI controllers. I'm referring to software plugins. There are so many plugins. I don't know if I can. I put them on description. They are available for Ableton and software like that, but also Logic Pro has some granular synthesis in Alchemy. If I don't get wrong, and yeah, or if I don't, if I remember correctly, you have another free plugin named the Mangler, if I don't get it wrong, to tweak some knobs and obtain cool stuff from initial waveform. So it's up to you to play and experiment with granular synthesis.
Oh, the Mangler. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fun one. Endless possibilities with that bad boy.
yeah. So, my friend, we are at the end of this episode. If you like, please give a shout to our audience.
A huge thanks to everyone for tuning in to another episode of Music with Miles. Hope you dug our deep dive into the world of granular synthesis. Remember, keep experimenting, pushing boundaries, and making some noise.
Yeah, please subscribe if you like things
And hit that.
like this. Yeah,
Until next time, happy Sonic Explorer sculpting.
yeah.
Choice tunes,
So
everyone. Choice
see
tunes.
you in the next episode of Music with Miles. Bye.